Ahoy there, BBMers. Let's take a look at a trick that you can try right now. Just take your trousers off and, grab yourself a deck of cards, any pack that you like, and give them a shuffle. Make sure they're all totally shuffled up. Now, we're just going to use a few cards. We don't need the whole deck, so just make 3 piles of 4 cards. You thought I was going to say 7 then and turn over, didn't you? But you just need 3 packets of 4 cards. You can deal them or just count them off like I've done, whatever you like. Now, you can choose any one of those packets, doesn't matter which one, and shuffle it up some more. And then just cut that packet and take a look at the card. Okay, so that's what I've got, but yours will be something else. Remember it and drop it onto either of the table packets, doesn't matter, and bury it with the other packet. If you have any cards left in your hand, drop those on top as well. Now that's perfect. You're now thinking of a card which is lost in the packet. What we're going to do is we're going to use this little procedure to find out which card it is. Deal one down on the table, face up, place the next one underneath. And repeat that, dealing one face up, one underneath. One down, one under, one down, and one under. You're slowly eliminating, totally randomly, cards from this packet until you'll come to a point where there is just one card left. And bugger me if it's not your card. That was Aussie Rules for BBM TV.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Between me and Bill Malone? What are we fighting over? Okay, well, I think I'm faster than Bill Malone. So once he caught me, I think he's from Chicago, so he might be able to give me a pummel. I could kick Greg's ass, no questions asked. I get the impression he would just sort of curl up in a ball and not fight back. Sorry, Andy. Didn't Jerry Sadowitz already get hit once? that wasn't me. I don't know. I don't know. I've heard things, but I don't know about Chris Angel. He'd kill me.
Hi there, BBM TV stuz, as we're going to call you. I'm here with Liam, sat in our salubrious surroundings of the office. We're going to have a quick chat about a new booklet that's come out, which was done with Liam and the god of cards, that is John Bannon. That's called Triolic. And
awesome.
I have one here.
You just happen to have one with you. I like it. Yeah,
there we go. And as you say, colourful, shiny.
Yeah.
Full of card tricks.
All the things I look for in a book, to be honest.
So, Liam, explain to me what is Triolic?
Triolic is a collection of 3 fractal packet tricks, as John would say, that all end clean and are all very, very awesome. And they all use John's Bullet Party display move.
That's right. And I should point out that the book does come with the cards you need for these routines.
Yeah, well, it comes with a set of cards you can use for the first 2 routines, and then the last routine just uses like a joker and some queens, so you can make that up at home, basically, with whatever back design you like.
Okay, and so how did it come to be that you were working with John?
Well, it was when we were filming the Bullet Party.
I know all this. This is like...
Double disc DVD.
This is all like just
I was going to say,
this
dude.
Is bullshit interview techniques, isn't it? So, explain to me. I know.
Even though I was there.
Yeah. Well, you tell them.
Well, we were filming the Bullet Party DVD, and that's when we got a sneak preview of John's excellent version of the Elmsley 4-card trick, where all the other cards change. And it was just through playing around with that, really. I was trying to make the most of it because obviously we had knowledge of it before everybody else, so it was pretty awesome. And it started off with a trick called the Montier, which you can check on YouTube or whatever. And that just started off as a Jack Parker trick, but that Bullet Party display just took out so many moves and gaps. It was just like, man, this is something really cool.
Well, that is really the cool thing about the Bullet Party count, isn't it? That it basically hides a gazillion surfaces.
Yeah, well, it's just efficiency squared. I mean, you're using less actions than 2 Elmsley counts to show a packet of 4 cards on both sides. It looks more natural, it's less moves, and it uses less surfaces than doing 2 Elmsley counts. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, and it's just worth learning because, as Liam says, it's easy and it's just gold.
It's one of those lovely things when you do it. even now, I still think, you know, that looks like there's a lot of blank faces in there.
Yeah.
And my brain doesn't compute that there's only one. It's just like, it looks like they're all blank. It's awesome. Now I'm going to show you what I think of as an observation test. But it's not really to test your observation so much as to just be an indicator to let me know what I can get away with and how much attention you pay to these kinds of things. All right. So to make the test pretty simple, it only uses 4 cards. And, you know, it really couldn't be simpler because 3 of them don't have anything on. So, question number 1, what was the ace?
The ace of hearts.
The ace of hearts. You're already way ahead of the game. You'd be surprised how many people don't even catch that. Question number 2 is a question of faith. If I said that I could just click my fingers over the ace of hearts and make it vanish in full view of you without touching it on the table, would you believe me?
Yes, I would believe you.
You would. That's a good show of faith. It's probably misplaced, but we'll try it. Doesn't look like anything happened, but the ace really did vanish completely and utterly. So your faith is well placed. Question number 3 is a question of trust. If I gave the packet a little rub here and the ace of hearts reappeared on the front of the packet, would you think I was using trick cards?
Yes, I would.
Well, screw you. Question number 4 is another question. I know you saw blanks earlier, but are you absolutely sure that they weren't all aces?
Well, I was sure.
And the last question is a trick question. Which one of these aces is marked on the back?
Well, now I'm confused. I just don't know.
You don't know. Well, that's why it's a trick question. Whatever you'd have answered would have been correct because all of the aces are marked on the back. You can check those out. Make sure they're all okay. That's the short attention spin by John the Man Bannon.
Dude, that is killer. So how did you cope working with Bannon? Because I would have been like a puddle of like, oh, I love you.
Yeah.
Was there a bit of that going on?
Yeah, pretty much.
Right.
But Johnny's really, I mean, he's really on the ball. And it, like with the Montier, you know, I sent him a routine that I would have thought was finished, and he's just like, this as a starting point, this is pretty good. You're like, wow, really? And then he's right, because the handling, you know, when we worked on the handlings, it just all totally, it does what he does with all his material, takes out all the hard moves, all the uncool bits, until you're just left with the awesome.
So reduced down, like...
Yeah, that's right, condensed awesome.
Yeah. So, yeah, but I mean, the tricks are fantastic. I mean, when we were at Magic Live in Vegas a few months ago, I mean, we had the Triolic book on sale there with Liam and John, and it was just a massive queue of people waiting for autographs and love-ins and photos, and I just sat in the background going, hang on, this is not a Bigblindmedia product, I'm getting screwed here. But a
bit slow on the uptake there,
yeah, I was pretty slow. No, you know, that's fine, it's fine, because, you know, it's you guys, I love you both.
Oh, awesome.
So, yeah, you know, here it is again, Triolic. I would say available in all shops, but it's not, is it?
Well, yeah, I think the wholesalers have it now, but you can pick it up from me at tricktastic.com if you're in the UK, or johnbannonmagic.com if you're in the US. And, yeah, never mind other places, just buy it from there. That's much more awesome.
Bring it.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
What's that?
It's just a whole in. If you didn't have that, it'd just go 71.
Why is that U shape? That's suggesting.
Or 72.
Is that right? No, is that right? Jonathan, is that right? 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 No, is that right? Is that right? Is that right? Is that right? No, is that right?
That's right, yeah.
So now we're looking at the method of Aussie Rules, which you can just watch the performance and follow that because it just works. Alright, basically what we're doing here, and I'm not claiming to be the first person to have thought of this, it's just a combination of 2 principles. We're using an Ed Marlowe control and combining it with the Alex Elmsley notion that the 8th card down in a packet always survives a down-under deal. So, all you need to do is get 12 cards. Now, these don't have to be playing cards. You could use ESP cards, tarot cards, business cards with things drawn on, pretty much anything you liked. And then just follow the procedure. The Ed Marlowe procedure is they choose a packet, and this is the only bit you need to explain carefully. They cut the packet, they look at the card, so we've got the 8 of clubs, but they don't replace the cards here. You have them drop them onto either of the tabled packets. Now, the best way of doing this, I find, is to say, You choose a packet and pick it up and hold on to it. Cut it to look at a card, and then drop it onto one of the tabled ones before they make the cut. So they understand what they're doing. So we had the 8 of clubs, didn't we? Before they go on. So they drop it onto any packet. They drop the other packet on top, and then the remainder cards on top. All this does is position their card 8th from top of the packet. You can't move it so that it ends up anywhere else. It's always 8th, because all you're doing is adding 2 packets on top. So it's perfect. And then you don't need to do any displacements. There's no cutting, no shuffling. You're now just set for a down-under deal. So as long as they deal down first and then under, then you're ready to rock and roll. The down-under deal is something that a lot of magicians don't like, but for lay people it flies by. And there's a really great Robert Neal idea of using it as she loves me not, she loves me not kind of presentation. So you might like to work that in. But whatever you're doing, you're going to end up with your spectator having controlled and then revealing their own card, which is also pretty awesome. And you can also do this trick over the telephone or Skype or webcam or whatever. So it's a trick that works without you even having to be there.
Done.
Perfect.
Don't slouch too much.
I'm not slouching.